Kerry, it's so good to meet you. I have loved so many of the projects that you've been in, loved you and the Banshees of Inisherin. Congratulations on this, because what a film. And I will say, your chemistry with Brad in this whole movie has just been absolutely sublime.
Thank you.
Like, especially, I love the early scenes where you've kind of got that kind of bantery sort of tension, and then it kind of escalates when you go to Vegas. So I want to ask kind of, what's the key, do you think, to building that chemistry? Or is there a key, or is it just simply organic?
I suppose I thought about the fact that this is somebody who had to study extremely hard to get to Formula One, because at that level, like, you have to be so intelligent and smart, and particularly if she's a woman and the first position, there would have been a lot of competition. So she would have spent the majority of her life studying. And there's alludes to that she had one husband, right? So I'm thinking she'd one husband probably like since she was a teenager. So she hasn't a lot of experience with men, and I went to an all-girls Catholic school, so I was like, well, then I'm going to say she went to that. So I wanted to show that this was someone who was very confident in their career, but maybe a little shy when it comes to like romantic things, and a little more girly and sweeter. Because otherwise, how is Sonny going to open up to her if she's just going to be like a random girl that he hooked up with when she's already said, oh, I've heard all about your girlfriends. And so there had to be something different to Kate that would bring out the little lost boy part of Sonny. So I had to think about those things, and that's how I came up with the chemistry.
And I love that, because you've kind of almost built a whole backstory from nothing in that way. And kind of, was Brad kind of with you on that journey as well? Did you kind of like discuss that with each other, or discuss the sort of dynamics of that relationship?
No, I just kind of kept my cards close to my chest, yeah. And I also like to see blushing, you know. I don't think you see blushing that much on camera, and like someone who's kind of shy. And I remember when I used to watch films and the woman's very sexually confident, and I was like, I don't know any women, like, who's like that? Who's confident in every aspect of their job? And it's also kind of unlikable. So I wanted to play with a shyness and a kind of a soft, sweeter kind of a feminine thing that I hadn't seen so much in big, massive movies.
And that's actually the thing about this project as well, because all of these characters, they all did feel just so real. What struck me was they were all so easily investable. It wasn't hard to kind of get to know it. You almost felt like you were there with these characters straight away. Is that something that you really wanted to kind of depict?
Yeah, and I think that really was Joe's choosing all these different actors, you know, and Joe very much encouraged us all to go with our own instinct. And there was a real thing of nothing was wrong. Like, any take was never wrong. It was just an option. And we just go again and give me another option. So I think that allowed all the actors and all the team, like the Apex team, every individual character, to be themselves and to be quite unique and individual, and then have their little wins, which adds to the whole the team aspect of it. So I think that was really Joe encouraging us to be ourselves and not be afraid of anything.
Something else that kind of struck me was when Brad's character, when you guys had this conversation, where Sonny was like, there's that time when I'm in the driver's seat, my heart slows, I feel like I'm flying, and I feel like I'm at peace.
Yeah.
Has there been a moment for you in your career where you've kind of felt like that?
There are moments in acting when I have felt like that, yeah, and usually you know them because you can't remember them afterwards. Like, it's almost like you have a bit of a blackout. You're so in the moment that you're like, I don't really remember what I did. But they're not all the time, you know. Sometimes you're concentrating on other things. But actually, that quote came about from Lewis Hamilton. Said that about racing. That was the way he tried to explain it, and then they put it in the script.
And kind of going on from that, is there a particular feeling when you're on set and when you are acting that you actually go and really want to strive for?
I think being very much in the moment and like relaxed, and listening to the person and reacting to the way they said it, as opposed to like, I've prepared it in front of a mirror and I'm going to keep doing it the exact same way. You have to be like, you have to change it like a tennis match or something. It has to be a back and forth kind of.
I love that. I love that. And especially, it's so funny because you were talking about the moments of like kind of blacking out, and I can kind of just imagine that's almost what the Oscars are like. I could imagine.
Oh my God, yeah, that is a blackout moment for me, without a doubt. Yeah, and the camera's like right there wanting a reaction.
And it's like, and one of the nominees is,
no,
like,
it's so nerve-wracking. Yeah, the most intimidating room, and you're supposed to be cool with going up and giving a big speech if you win. Like the whole thing's so surreal, but like what an honour to have my dream come true.
And can I tell you what, you are fully deserving of that honour, and it's been so lovely chatting to you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you so
million,
much.
really.
It's so lovely to
Thank
meet
you.